I'm not near him. I'm not attacking him. Get the fuck out of here. This is insanely stupid. I'm nowhere near him and not attacking him.
I love how when I search up Shock T, it's literally sexiest Jedi.
Bro, have you seen her in Force Unleashed?
Yes. Oh god, Ray comes at 9. I don't care.
No.
No.
Look, no offense to Daisy Ridley.
No.
She looks great, but
I just love how in Lolly's stream he would like play the prequels, bitch slap Anakin, and then he had to go to the sequel trilogy and be like, no, I'm not playing as Rey, and we're done. We're ending stream now.
Alright, they put Ayla Secura first and Mara Jade second. I personally would have done the reverse, but that's just me.
No, both are valid. Both are valid.
Both are valid.
Oh, I'm sorry, Mara Jade is not canon anymore because, you know, Disney fucking took that dog out the back porch and just blew its head off with a shotgun.
And then, you know,
She didn't violate the hole that was created.
And then what the hell's her name?
Damn it.
Kennedy.
No. The person who was on the KOTOR remake and then got kicked off because she was the worst.
Yeah. To be fair to her, there were
you know what I'm talking about, right?
KOTOR remake feminists.
She was trying to really mess with like the story. I'm like, what if it was so stupid?
See, it's like she claimed to know what she was doing because she had prior experience and like reference Ratchet and Clank like fucking Jesus, but then it got revealed she did not have that much. Sam Max, that was it. And then it was revealed that she didn't have much impact on Ratchet and Clank 4, except for like complaining that Rivet looked sexy and shit. And I'm like, what the fuck? What are you doing? Why are you here?
She's an ambassador to Canadian fan culture. That's what her Wikipedia page. That's what her Wikipedia page says, at least.
I'm sorry. Who was it edited by? Herself? No thanks.
All right, I'm on her website and I'm on her writings. I just want you guys to guess. What is the first game that comes up?
Ratchet and Clank.
When I look at our video game section, I just want you to guess.
Ratchet and Clank.
Just guess.
I'll
give you a hint. It is the most dumpster fire game.
Feminist Franklin one.
Life is Strange.
Call of Duty Vanguard.
Oh my god.
Okay, giving her credit where it's due. Tiny Tina's Wonderland. Marvel's Spider-Man. Okay. The original.
Wait, right. I remember now. She was the one responsible for all the freaking Mary Jane dialogue.
Oh, she also did Miles Morales.
Yeah.
But she calls him Marvel's Spider-Man anyway.
Yeah.
Frack.
Now,
she did Anthem.
Now, see, knowing that is not going to lessen my enjoyment of Marvel Spider-Man. However, I'm just gonna pretend she's not there.
Guys, so you know her Wikipedia page says she is the cultural ambassador of Canadian fan culture. Guess where that's sourced from?
Where?
The Fangirl's Guide to the Universe, a book written by herself.
Called it.
Fucking heck.
Somebody pick up that phone because I fucking called it.
Okay, so for Call of Duty Vanguard, she also did the comics. From what I hear, they were actually pretty decent. She did some Star Wars stuff from the original expanded universe, and you know, not bad books. I like them. She did Transformers and My Little Pony, the crossovers.
Oh, so she's a brony. Got it. So her credibility is dropped.
Rick and Morty comics.
Oh, don't get me started.
What else?
Morty, you have to understand the female agenda. It's real. Morty.
All right. So what I'm getting from this is she does actually have an impressive catalog.
She actually can write.
She just has no idea what she's doing with KOTOR.
Yes.
Got it.
Which is weird because she's a Star Wars fan.
Mhm.
Unironically.
Really?
She's an actual Star Wars fan. Her Twitter was taken out. Her tweet was taken out of context. It was a sarcasm. But even if we separated that, let's just say her bibliography doesn't inspire us much confidence. You know.
That's fair. That's fair.
Oh my god, we got 3 heavy troopers and an army trooper.
I don't know. I'm an optimistic person. I'm not one to like fault you for your past things. I'm gonna be like, hey, can you do the job?
From what I hear,
You can't do the job.
She works great when she's with a team. It's when she's by herself she fucks up.
Maybe it's because the team is actually doing the work.
No. Probably, I don't know. Oh,
It's usually how these things go. It's like, oh man, I have this project that needs to get done, and I've done absolutely nothing. Here's a link to our website. Can you put my name on the credits? Like, taking credit for other people's work.
Who knows? Maybe she's actually a good writer. I haven't met her in person, so I can't, say to anything to her character. Maybe she's a really nice person. So,
That's fair.
I'm willing to give her the benefit of the doubt.
Can't say I've met her in person either.
As long as she's willing to adapt to KOTOR and not change anything. Oh wait, what I'm talking about? She's out of the project.
Yeah, no. She's out because she literally tried to change things. That's the whole point of this conversation.
The only thing they need to change is Mission's age. So it's alright to loot her.
No.
Ew.
Okay, I have not. Okay, I bought KOTOR, but I haven't played it.
Oh, that's sus, dude.
I have played it. I'm sorry, Mission. Debatable. But no, Mission was like the best. I played it when I was like way younger.
I heard it's good, but it's dated.
It is. It's great.
I heard the story's great, 10 out of 10, but the oh boy, the gameplay leaves a lot to be desired.
It's old Bioware, so it's kind of
old Bioware. Yeah, it's 2000s, before Dragon Age.
After Jade Empire.
I'm actually working right now on a review of Jade Empire.
What if you combined the combat of Jedi Academy with the story of KOTOR?
That would. I think there's a fan mod. I can't remember what it's called.
Because in Jedi Academy, you have actual like limb severing mechanics.
I remember that.
No, we need Star Wars Connect added there, so we can get the dance missions.
Like there's no bullshit of like, oh yeah, you hit me with a lightsaber, but like I'm still not dead. Like no, I hit you once, you fuck up a parry, you're dead.
Yeah, I remember that.
Which is how it should be, really.
OG LucasArts games were.
Oh,
I can't remember one bad one. Like Monkey Island got Planet Ice.
La la la, spring's in the air, and I'm a flower with nothing interesting to say. A bee!
I am a cute little bumblebee! Here I
come! I know Jedi, the second one was, what was it called? Jedi Fallen
Obsidian.
No. There was this other one they did. This is the LucasArts games. I know this.
Jedi Fallen Order is the one you were talking about?
Jedi Fallen Order. Probably. It was the second one that they really just did not have. It was pretty shit.
Oh, you mean Battlefield 2?
Can we like
Battlefield 2 was great.
Yo, on the topic of Bioware though, can we like talk about what the fuck happened?
Oh, simple.
EA.
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 What happened?
Oh, Star Wars: The Force Unleashed 2. Yeah, that was the shit one.
Oh,
okay,
that's what you're
I
thinking.
liked the second one. The first one was alright.
The problem, no, the second one had way too many.
So okay,
The second one was rushed.
those
It was
dumbass
rushed.
falling sections.
Yeah, it had like a couple months development.
Yeah, so I'm not too hard on that game.
okay. So the thing with blaming it on EA, I'm like totally down to blame a lot of things on EA, but it can't be the entire like reason.
Alright,
Because
so
okay, if you remember from Andromeda, Bioware was doing some really stupid shit at the time. Like,
Yeah.
they had several different studios trying to work on this one game, and coordinating everything was a fucking nightmare.
I can actually give you the scoop on it because I've done a lot of research into this for the Jade Empire video, and why there was never a Jade Empire 2. So when Jade Empire was when EA first acquired Bioware, it was like downsize. We want you to downsize immediately. And the founders, I believe it was the Dr. Ray Duzak or whatever his last name was, he said no. And he succeeded, but he lost a lot of
Very
his
this
legal crap for that. The problem with Bioware then was, and this is just right after Mass Effect is released. It's the 2006 timeline. Bioware has just been acquired, and I'm going to say something controversial. Bioware needed to get acquired because they were not doing good financially. Their game sold well, but they were not doing good when it came to actually
If I remember
balancing
correctly,
It shouldn't have been
So
EA though.
it was either
Really?
It should not have been
Really?
EA.
Wait, they
should've-
were actually like going bust.
Yes, they were
Why?
actually going bankrupt because while their games sold well, they were basically too nice to us. That's the problem. They
That's
were too
great.
good to them.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Wow.
But it was literally destroying them financially. So EA came in and they say downsize, and one of the founders says, no, he lost all his political clout, and they're like, okay, you won't downsize, but for the rest of your tenure, which is basically until Mass Effect 3 came, you are not allowed to get bigger. And Bioware's like, okay, all right. So basically they're like, all right, we need to consolidate. We need to not downsize. We need to focus on our two main streams. And there are two streams for revenue at the time. Was Mass Effect, which did it phenomenally well, and a little project they had going at the time, which you might have heard of, called Dragon Age.
Whoa.
So they're like, we'll focus on those two. And basically because of that, they lost their mobile division, and they didn't make a new game until 2019. And so that's why, actually. Yeah, well, what happened was, for during when the original founders were at Bioware and they were making games, it was good. Dragon Age 2 did release and was a bit of a commercial disappointment, but the Mass Effect was just printing money. I cannot understate how much that was a.
oh yeah, no,
EA.
I think they sold like a million copies like within a week of release. It was like that successful.
I see Trench 1918 saying Microsoft should have bought Bioware. While Microsoft didn't buy Bioware, they had a pretty good partnership in the early 2000s to 2005.
Yeah,
that's why Jade Empire was exclusively released for the Xbox.
Mass Effect 1 was a Xbox exclusive for a while.
Yeah.
I remember that.
Yeah. So anyway, Mass Effect 3 happens, and basically the founders are like, this isn't what we signed up for. And they leave. All right. The founders leave. Problem is,
Damn,
EA
I
comes
suck
in,
at
they're
this
like,
game.
make a new Dragon Age. What? Yeah, make Dragon Age Inquisition. We're gonna reboot the series. Wait. We're still pre-production on Mass Effect 4, and you haven't given us, any new employees. I'm sorry, but with our founders leaving, we're just on the quit. They're like, oh, okay, you're allowed to upgrade now. All right, we upgrade. We have all employees, new employees. All right, okay, we can teach them the old engine. This is a bit of a mess, but if we just get through this, we can, make a halfway decent game.
Chad, let me guess.
Again.
Wait, let me guess.
Again, they're like, what?
Okay, let me guess what happens next. EA comes in, they say use Frostbite.
Yes. So for those of you
Fucking
who
knew
don't know, EA had acquired DICE, which made the widely popular Battlefield series. And for most of the time, EA had been outsourcing their engines to Unreal, Unity, and all other engines. But now EA wanted to consolidate using one engine. It wanted to use a Frostbite engine, which DICE have been developing on the down low. And unironically, the DICE engine, I've worked with it, it's pretty good. It's really good for first-person shooters.
Yeah, I can also
Destructible environments.
say stuff about the DICE Frostbite engine.
Here's the thing it's not good at.
No, you're right. It is good. It is good for first-person shooters. It's not good for RPGs because it doesn't focus on like actual menu shit and like character builds and things like that. It's only good for one thing.
Yeah. So, they're like, EA comes in knocking and says, "All right, you gotta use the Frostbite engine." What? Yeah, you gotta use the Frostbite engine. It's a new thing going on in the company. We all wanted to use one engine, to make it easier for the future first students to help out each other. They're like, wait a minute. All the staff that experienced, their experience with the Aurora engine. That's our in-house engine. We have no experience with the new Frostbite engine. You're basically asking us the impossible. You're asking us to train both our old and new simultaneously. They're like, hey, you'll do it. Oh, by the way, we just pushed up the Dragon Age Inquisition date, so yeah, you got a year less. Good luck.
Ooh.
And so suddenly it's like, and so EA basically told Dragon Age to go screw itself and then went off.
Crash.
Luckily, EA may have been assholes, but DICE was actually really supportive and always came through whenever Bioware needed help to actually work with the engine. So by something that's called Bioware Magic, for those of you who don't know what that is, that's basically
that's
last year with Massive Crunch, like somehow break it into
yeah. So
and that happened, and Dragon Age Inquisition happened.
Yeah, fun fact about Bioware Magic. That the first time it happened was with Dragon Age Inquisition, and like because of that set the precedent for like future game development, because literally
we're gonna get good games.
Because literally it's like, oh, it'll all work out in the end. It did with Dragon Age Inquisition, and that was the philosophy they had with both Anthem and Andromeda, and we both know how those went out.
Yeah.
So
while all this thing was happening, Dragon Age Inquisition, so this Dragon Age Inquisition had 4 years of development, which was good. But while all this was happening, and literally the team's crunching with Dragon Age, a secondary studio, which is Bioware Edmond, is working on Mass Effect 4, and they just can't get anything because they're like, okay, we pick up from Mass Effect 3, possible. The ending changed too much of the universe, and the ending's not that popular. Anyway, okay, we do an MMORPG. Nope, KOTOR is already doing that. We can't do that, or else we'll be, cross-streaming our profits. And that means basically we'll be cutting into one of them. Can't do that. All right, procedural generation. Okay, we do procedural generation, but also we'll have thousands of worlds, and basically you have this faceless, survivor who's going around and exploring that. Yeah, that'll work. Great, let's work on that. The Aurora engine. Wait a minute, we don't have the Aurora engine anymore.
Yeah.
We have the Frostbite engine. Okay, this isn't a problem. We'll just call DICE up. All right. Sorry guys, I'm working with your other team right now. Inquisition is having a lot of fucking issues. We can't help you. Okay.
That's an understatement.
All right. 4 years into development. 4 years. EA comes along and says, "Hey, how's that Mass Effect, game coming along? That's nearly done, right?"
Yeah, we're gonna have to call you back.
Give it a year. Give it a year. Well, we did take a year off DAI. I guess we should be nice for once and give it back. So they give a year back. And I don't know what happened, but let's just say Edmonton was going through a really rough period. I don't know the specifics, and we probably will not know the specifics for
I can actually explain that. Okay, so the whole Edmonton stuff, because BioWare was doing like this really dumbass thing called One BioWare, where as I was saying, like every studio that Bioware had at the time, and at this time, Bioware had like a fuck ton of studios. You had Bioware Montreal, Bioware Edmonton, Bioware Victory, Bioware San Francisco, Bioware, you know, things like that. It had like a ton of studios, and it was honestly spreading itself really thin.
Yeah.
So
it didn't help that after Dragon Age Inquisition, the main office got this really undeserved ego that, oh, we pulled it off. So here's the thing: Edmonton's given a year, and they're like, make a game.
Mm-hmm.
All right, we can do that. So they're like, okay, hey, big bro, we kind of need help, and they're like, no, fuck you. And they're like, what? No, screw you. Why? Just screw you. You're not gonna get help from this. And if you're
like,
wondering why,
it was a lot of office politics.
A lot of office politics.
Because basically, like, you're trying to poach talent. Trying to poach
that,
talent from our thing. We're not.
Yeah.
Fuck you guys. Like, we're the top dog of Bioware.
Yeah.
You guys are the little brother we passed this piece of shit on.
You're getting Mass Effect. All right, you should be happy.
Yeah.
Also Edmonton, and then they're like, okay, fine. So DICE calls up and they're like, hey, you guys need help? No, screw you. You're working with our big brother. Yeah, but we're more than happy to help you out with any engine. No, screw you, DICE. We don't need you. We're gonna figure this out by ourselves. Cut to a year later.
Terrible decision.
The infamous beta drops, and they realize, oh god, we don't have a game. That 5 years in development was only for the demo. They don't have a game.
No, not the demo. The vertical slice.
Yeah, and they create a demo. They're like, this is it. Still don't have it. EA's like, and so they go to EA. They're like, listen, we don't have a game. That demo you saw, we put that together in a couple of months. And EA is like, oh no, Mass Effect is our big cash cow. What do we do? Okay. Delay it for a year. What? Yes, delay it for a year, and you guys can patch through. And they're like, I don't think you understand. We don't have a game. We don't have anything other than that demo. They're like, okay, extend that demo. But they're like, extend it with what? We don't have stories. We don't have characters. We don't have anything. We have no idea what's going on. Okay.
Add it with sex
You guys
scenes.
have the Bioware magic, right? Just in the crunch. And that's what happened. And they crunched for a year, and we got Mass Effect Andromeda. And by that time, the veterans hated it. The new employees hated it. They're like, this is what's going to happen. We're going to do 5 years of pre-development, 1 year of just crunching to make the game. No, fuck you, I'm out. And everyone starts leaving.
Yeah.
Everyone starts leaving. And then the new guys come in. Those with certain beliefs. And
Okay. Can I talk more specifically about that period of crunch real quick?
Oh, yeah, sure.
Okay, so during that period of crunch, that was like trying to get the game out the door. Like, fucking Jesus Christ. Everything's coming down. People are leaving. People are literally going into closets to fucking cry and having mental breakdowns and leaving the company. And number one, no one was getting replaced. When you left, you gotta do the work for two people now. Number two, the modeling, like, which was one of the biggest issues of Andromeda and like something it was lambasted for. That was because
the facial animations and all that with how many polygons they were trying to do. I believe they were trying to do like the whole facial recognition software on the actual actors' faces and all that. And there was miscommunication with the coding, I believe. I don't know the exact
engines mid-development.
No.
During the crunch, they're like, okay, we're going to use a new engine. What? Yeah, we're using a completely new animation engine.
No. It wasn't the engine.
We've already lost 5 months. They're like, yeah, but use the new engine.
No. It wasn't the engine. It was their animation software. So before they were using 3D Studio Max to do all their modeling work, which was, but then the higher ups at Bioware were like, all right, let's switch to Maya. That's the new industry standard. And like, to its credit, Maya's a really good program. Like, it's still used. Like, it's really good. But we spent 5 fucking months creating really detailed models on 3D Studio Max, and they will not transfer to the new program.
Shit.
Nobody. Fuck it. 5 months of work gone. Crunch to get the models out, and that's why they look like that in the game.
Yeah.
Well, that's one of the reasons. The other reason was, if you notice, why. What the fuck was the blonde girl's name in Andromeda?
Which one? The Phoebe?
No, Phoebe was
No,
the.
no.
Sorry.
There was Ryder, and then there was the blonde girl.
I,
The one that was
know
always
it's on the
smiling.
Philippa?
The one that was always smiling.
Mr. John, romance the blonde.
Something's. I know she's the brother of. She's the daughter of the elusive man.
Are you talking about Miranda?
No,
No.
not Miranda. We're talking
No,
about
no.
Andromeda.
In Andromeda, the blonde girl on your team.
The one with the side head share.
Yeah.
Cora
her.
Harper?
Thank
Cora.
you.
Cora. Okay, Cora. Yeah. Okay. So this
Oh,
is
the
how
blue.
this is how fucking little time they had to like just go back and change simple things, and they had to run with what they got. So the thing with motion capture for games is you have to like get your face in a standard like position so that the computer can like scan your face and like perform animations, things like that. If your face is like smiling when they scan you, that's gonna set it as the default, and it's gonna make all your other facial motions look really off. Cora's thing was smiling, and that fucked everything up, and they could not get her back to change it. They had to work with what they got, and that's why it looks like Miss Uncanny Valley in the actual final build.
No, the reason why they couldn't get her back was she was working on a new project.
Yeah. She wasn't being an asshole. She was just like, sorry, I can't come back. Maybe in a year?
No. Wait, was it because I thought it was because crunch, or was it because she literally just
It
couldn't
was
come
also
back?
crunch, but she just couldn't come back. She was working on a different project. And she just didn't have time.
Well, basically, someone fucked up.
Yeah. The actress wasn't being malicious. She just...
No. I don't blame the actress. I blame like the scheduling. Like they literally had no time to call her back. They had to work with what they got.
It's crunch. Yeah, that's due to crunch.
Crunch. And also one last part of the crunch, and I think this is the most damning part. Say what you will about the animations, they were done to an extent. Say what you will about the mocap, it was finished to an extent. What wasn't finished was the actual code base in Frostbite, because basically the whole one Bioware thing, people were working on different sections of the game. One studio was working on the lighting engine, one studio was working on the menu things, one studio was working on the driving mechanics, another studio was working on a different part of the game, and when you merged all of this code together, something would always break. So trying to break.
It's almost like you don't, compartmentalize your company. It's almost like, group work and teamwork are kind of what's necessary to make a video game.
It's almost like reading commits and communicating effectively gets your game out the door better. But basically, because the code was so fractured, if something broke and you tried to fix it, it would literally break something completely unrelated. Like, oh man, the shadows here are not supposed to look like that. Let's fix that. All right, that's fixed. Now an NPC is constantly T-posing and you can't do anything about it. Fuck. How the fuck did that happen? So every time they try to fix a new error, it's like, you know that meme from The Simpsons where it's like Moe kicks Barney out of the bar, and then he comes back. Yeah, basically that. And they just
like to say that for the remaining duration of the crunch, drugs were legal in Bioware Edmonton.
Yeah, it was bad. It was really bad.
Drugs and alcohol. I'm going to tell you this. An EA executive came in after Bioware Andromeda launch. It's like, yeah, guys, great job. This is going to be a 10 out of 10 game, and we're just great people. Let's throw a party for these guys. They walk in, they see hell. They see literally people drugged out of their minds and drinking, because they know as soon as players boot up that game, their careers are over.
Dude, people were crying in the closet, having full-on mental breakdowns because of this game.
Yeah.
And I want to point the finger and blame EA completely for it, but I can't, because BioWare made a ton of fucky wuckies.
Yeah, EA unironically was the most helpful person in the situation. I was like, hey, if you guys need to, get communications, we're going to, send our people in to, make sure those calls stay open. But Edmonton decides to have its younger brother rebelling phase in the middle of development.
Yeah. But I mean, which was worse? Andromeda or Anthem?
Shoot.
Anthem was literally a hodgepodge of ideas just thrown together. It did not have or whatever. It was literally just, here's a game, have it. And they just threw everything together at the end. And Andromeda was literally like, this is going to be the thing that kicks the Mass Effect series again. And it was 5 years of development, and the 6th year was crunch, and it was all wasted.
I'm not gonna say anything because I nearly bought every single Bioware game, so
Bro.
I have no say.
Everyone else did, because they thought after Inquisition, oh, they're getting back to their old shit, It's
But you gotta remember that Inquisition was a fucking accident.
Yeah.
I love it. I love all Dragon Age games. I'm sorry, but you're
Even
talking
two?
to games like, yes.
Okay,
Yeah, I know.
I will be nice to Dragon Age 2. It had 2 years of development. And the girl they brought in to write the story outright was supposed to be a side quest designer and have, no involvement with the main story. And suddenly she's promoted and was given all this responsibility. And when shit hit the fan, she was
The development for Dragon Age 2 was extremely complicated.
Yeah. But the whole thing of EA wanting to have one game engine, it's not. They tried it before, and it was middle of DA2.
And all I have to say is Meryl from Dragon Age 2, best waifu throughout the whole series.
So wait, Chad, you said you actually worked on Frostbite. Is that true?
I worked a bit on Frostbite.
Yeah, how is it?
Okay, listen. This is going to be incredibly biased.
Okay.
I am a Unity boy through and through. Okay.
So C# all the way, yeah.
Yeah, I'm a Unity boy. I don't
Okay.
really like engine because it's with Unity I can do anything as long as Frostbite's just not my style. That's all I'm going to say. That's all I'm going to say.
So instead of Battlefield, you go Yandere Simulator.
Here's the thing. Okay, Unity gets a bad rep, but it's such a good engine. It's just that the storefront, it prints money for the company, so they're not going to get ripped.
You know what else prints money for the company? Unreal.
Games.
My mom.
Unreal is not. Unreal and Unity are made by two different companies.
Yeah, you could just use Unreal though.
I hate Unreal because of the coding.
What's wrong with the coding?
You have to use the stupid flow chart thing, and I just can't stand
Oh
it.
yeah,
Mm,
flowchart.
Yeah.
yeah.
Why am I doing so well in this match? Last match I was complete dog shit. Now I've killed like 8 players and I haven't been shot once.
Your Sigma male vitality has been.
It's talking about Dragon Age. It's increasing the testosterone.
But yeah.
You also seem to forget. Yes, Dragon Age Origins is amazing. However, it had a long time of development. Yeah. Like, as soon as Bioware was founded, the Greg Zezek and Ray Muziaka, I don't know how to say that, both of them wanted to do a fantasy game, so they were quietly working on Dragon Age Origins behind the scenes.
Mhm.
For like,
You know who else was doing stuff behind the scenes?
Who?
Respawn. And you know what they made? Some pretty good fucking shit.
oh yeah,
Like they got fucking Titanfall, Jedi Fallen Order, they got fucking Apex.
all right.
Literally,
Jedi Fallen Order was because the creator of Uncharted, she's the one who did it.
Amy Hennig?
Yeah, she's the one who was at the head. So
Fucking Queen? Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah.
But still, Respawn is like really talented, and if EA just like fucks off and leaves them alone, they're gonna make good shit.
Yeah. I don't. The problem with EA is that's a corporation. It was founded on the idea of acquisitioning other companies and make them do the work for you.
Yeah.
So, you know.
Yeah.
Here's the thing.
I miss Visceral.
Everyone misses Visceral. You know what? No, that was not Visceral Games, right?
What was?
Visceral Games. What did they do?
Dead Space.
Yeah, they did Dead Space. Did they? Oh shit! They made the Godfather games. Those were unironically pretty good.
Oh, I just killed Count Dooku with a blaster. I'm sorry.
Dead Space Extraction.
But
oh
I miss.
God, they did Battlefield Hot. That shit was okay. But they did one of the best Battlefield games. Then Army of Two, Devil's Cartel, who no one bought, and Battlefield Hardline.
I also miss Maxis.
Maxis? Weren't they just? They were just incorporated into EA, right?
4 could have been so good.
Sims 4? Yeah.
No, Spore and Sims.
Spore. Oh yeah.
Spore is fun. I like to dork around.
From what I remember, Spore, it's fun.
Yeah, it's
I
just
never
like
hated it.
it's just
It's-
EA
it's-
kind of like gutted it, you know.
I
Yeah.
never hated Dark Spore.
Oh
Holy
no, I
shit.
died.
Dark Spore was the edgy brother. Mother of God.
But yeah,
Still going, right?
fucking EA ruined The Sims, bro. Like, how did they fuck up The Sims?
I mean, so many fucking DLC prices.
Okay.
Ah.
Okay, here's the thing.
Did they try to do City Skylines? Is that what they wanted?
Yeah,
Okay,
City
Here's the
Skylines.
thing. I know you hate Sims 4, but that game was fucking profitable. It is
is.
still printing money for
I
EA.
wonder why. It's all
Wonder
their
why.
DLC. No joke, it's the DLC.
And then they gutted Maxis. Like, it's
Yeah.
no longer exists anymore. It's really sad.
Literally, one of the developers just gets drunk for a living and bitches on the internet.
Mm,
That's what EA does to it, man.
yeah. I mean, but to be honest, we're talking all this shit. I would rather work for EA than Activision.
Yeah.
Activision literally kills you on the inside.
Shit, just took down General Grievous.
Okay, here's the thing. There's a lot of reasons to shit on Activision, but if you can get one of the COD companies and you can work with them, they're actually pretty good.
Eric?
Yeah, Treyarch or one of the other ones. They have pretty good, employee rights, benefits, and wages.
But like making COD is just
Yes, but it's a stable job.